I fear for the future of our planet and the discord among people. How can I best affect the change I want to see and experience? I'm so glad someone asked this. I think that it is something that comes up a lot amongst the kind of people that gravitate towards a place like this. And I think that we have some misunderstandings in our, dare I say, jargon around science of mind, the teaching, the philosophy of science of mind. So there is a phrase that comes directly from Ernest Holmes. It comes from his Sermon on the Sea, where he says, "Show me someone who is for something and against nothing, and I will show you the next Jesus, the next exalted human being." And that has often been mistaken to mean I should only look at the good things and never look at the bad things, and I should pretend like the bad things aren't there, and I should turn away from them and just pretend like it's not true. And while putting our attention on the positive and not putting our attention on the negative is, in fact, helpful to our, peace of mind, that's not really quite what he meant. What he meant was, in any situation, say the environment, we feel how we feel about it, right? We have a feeling tone about it that might be, I think that we need to use less fossil fuels and more renewable energy to protect the ozone layer, or fill in the blank other opinion, right? We can either put our energy into protesting fossil fuels and pipelines and pushing against what we don't think will work and is good. Or we can choose to put our energy on what we think will work, can move us in the best direction, and put our energy towards funding, supporting, energizing, educating the positive. We only have a set amount of energy in our individual finite human lives, right? We're immortal and infinite, but in this particular body, in this particular personality, we've only got a set amount of energy. And most people kind of split it between fighting what they don't like and putting energy towards what they do. When we put all of our energy towards fighting, the challenge there is there's no "and now what?" So you beat the fossil fuel folks. Great. Now what? When we put our energy, our consciousness, our prayer, our meditation, and our action toward the positive, we are already not supporting the thing we don't want to support inherently by putting all of our energy toward the positive. And we have a much greater likelihood of energizing other beloveds to come along with us in the direction of the positive, good, and new. Usually when people are afraid to stop the old, it's because they cannot see the potentiality of the new. They can't see the possibility of the new. So when we want to bring about and support the change we wish to see, we figure out what the new is. We figure out what the good is. We put all of our energy in turning towards that, which inherently releases the old. And it's okay to say, hey, I don't dig fossil fuels, so I'm doing this. But we don't drain our energy on the negative, which is why we wouldn't pray for no more fossil fuels and all the fossil fuel companies to go away. That is not what we pray. We pray that the energy gets put into resources that are renewable to support the environment. We don't pray that the warlord dies in a fiery plane crash. We pray that peace rises up from the people in the area that is war-torn, and that arms get laid down, and that the peace movement is supported. And we encourage beloveds around us to join us in that consciousness and that action, and that's what changes the world.